Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's resume our complete beginner's guide to Dragon Quest / Dragon Warrior, depending on how you were introduced to this game. So, one thing I do want to say is I quick saved the game to leave last time, and then I basically am playing my own file off camera, and I switched over to a different account to play that, and then when I came back to load this, the quick save was gone. So if you're going to switch accounts and you're playing more than one account, make sure you actually save with the king or someone else that could save the game instead of the quick save, because it did not resume my quick save. So just a heads up about that. Now, we are 3rd level, which means we just got the heal spell. You can see I have a maximum hit point of 23. What we're doing is we have 47 gold, and we'd love to buy the shield so that we can have a full ensemble of gear. We will have something nice. We've got the Oaken Club, we've got the leather suit, and we just need that shield. And then we can move to a different area to level up. One of the things I've really observed as I've played ahead with my other game, just to kind of get a feel for this, is that if you venture out of this initial area, you can really feel the way that they've smoothed out the experience and gold gain. At these points, when it's just 1, 2, 2, 4, 3, 6, 4, 8, for the different possibilities that you can get, it's not enough. Like, it's okay, and you can do fine here, but as soon as you start, raising that growth up and getting, way more experience in gold, you'll be able to get better gear and level up a lot faster. This portion is still very, very slow. If you're fighting a slime, it's just brutal. Let's check how much money we need to get the shield. So we'll just roll in here. And what do we want? We want the leather shield. It's 90. Okay. So if I check my character and my items, I don't have anything to even sell. We're all finished on that regard. But once we get that shield and have a little bit more defense, we can go to a harder area and start leveling up there. And things will take off, at least in my experience. And that's what Dragon Warrior is all about. It's like, look at the shop, see what you can buy, and really before you go to the next area, you want to try to have all of the stuff that the shop is selling before you're going to feel comfortable. And in doing that, in getting the money to acquire that, most of the time, you will also get the requisite experience that you need. And at first I was like, it's nice to just jump ahead and skip some weapons, try to save money, but later that might be an issue. But at the beginning, I think you should just buy everything that you can and then make a decision on if you skip, because any of these improvements in terms of your damage output and your defense are going to help you be in a position where you can take down these enemies. We're already now 4th level. So our strength went up by 1, agility 2, resilience 1, got way more hit points, got more magic points, and we got Sizz. Sizz is vital. We have to have Sizz to cross that bridge right there. When we cross the bridge, we're going to fight harder enemies, which will give us better rewards, which is fantastic. But the issue is that... And we need one more fight, or a few more fights to get there. The issue is that if we encounter a scorpion, we won't be able to do enough damage. And we need to have Sizz to do that. Also, Sizz just burns down like prestidigitators, magicians and stuff like that. Things that can do too much damage on their own, because they can cast Sizz, until we can kill them in 2 rounds with our weapon. Critical hit. So I'm just fighting to get enough money to buy the shield, but also stay in the inn, which we have exactly enough for. So now I'm going to roll in, and we're going to buy this leather shield. And you can see this is just a boost of 4 defense, which is enormous. So now we can take a lot of damage. Now we don't need to buy anything else. And we're going to go rest at the inn, because I haven't rested since we've even gotten magic points, so we don't have any magic points to cast spells with. Sizz only costs 2 magic points, so it's really, really nice to have in your pocket. And if you look at it, it doesn't show up because it's an in-combat spell. But when we go to combat, you'll be able to see what the spell can do. And it's fantastic. I'm going to go here, though. I am going to save the game, just in case. Plus, we'll get a feel for how long to 5th level. And leveling up is just so incredible for boosting your stats. It's like buying a new piece of equipment. 55, okay. So we're going to want to level up. And the next thing we're going to want to buy, in my opinion, is the copper sword. You might want to skip to the axe, but you have to use your judgment and figure out what math is comfortable for you. But the way I see it, the axe, and we'll look at it in a moment, yeah, it's more damage than the copper sword by 5. But it's so much more expensive that it's like a diminishing return. And I'd rather upgrade our armor. Take down that guy. So you can see how now we're one-shotting dudes that, give us 3 or 6 experience, which is great. But this is where we want to go. We want to go over this bridge, and now we want to go north. And these, north after this range. And these enemies get a lot harder as we move over here. Sometimes you'll still pull from, that pool, which is great. But, let me look at the map, actually. Where am I? Actually, no, never mind. I lied. We want to cross one more bridge. We want to get over one more bridge. This one. So these enemies are going to be the same as what we fought before. Now, if you're doing this later and you don't care, you can walk through the swamp for a shortcut. And you want to walk through the top 3 tiles of that purple swamp. Each square you walk through does 1 damage to you. I just kind of went the long way around. And see, these enemies are all from the relatively safe starter pool. No problem. But once we cross this bridge, here we go. This is what I meant. Things are going to get harder. And right away, we got a Prestidigitator. And this dude is difficult because he can cast Sizz. So we have 10 magic points. So if you want, you can just throw Sizz at him. And we killed him in 1 shot. It uses your magic points, but look at this. We just got 16 gold and 8 experience. The inn up here that we want to stay at in this town, I'm going to push X to show you. It is, we need to go left or west around these mountains and north to get to the town. It's 12 gold. So even though I had to use 2 magic points, let's just go in here and double check. So there's a town full of people that we could talk to. Learn information about the game, which is actually important. Look at this shiny thing on the ground. Step on it. I examined the ground at my feet, and we found the fairy flute. Now, we'll need this later, not necessarily right now, but it's great. Hast thou set foot upon the isle to the south of this place? We haven't yet. It's famed for the town of Rimuldar, which standeth proudly upon it. We need to cross through a cave to get there. But Rimuldar is awesome because we can buy magic cheese there. Behold the public baths. Enter, wanderer, and cleanse thyself. Alright, so this is kind of a funny thing, but this is what you want to do. You want to go up here and check through these drawers. So we got a set of clothes that we can sell. Empty. This one just has a seed of strength, which is incredible, and empty. So what's a seed of strength, you say? Well, a seed of strength, I'll go to my items, and if I go down here, this bad boy will increase your strength by 1 to 3. So you can save the game and then use these to try to min-max and get the best roll possible. I'm just going to use it, and we got middle, strength by 2. But that's a free raise of your strength by 2, so it's a huge boost to us. Now you can check at the inn, and It's 12 gold. I don't need to stay now, but we can. And then this guy says, puff, puff, puff. Oh, I can hardly bear it. So he's been doing the puff, puff. You can do the puff, puff right here. Lo, thou art fair indeed. Well, thou sample thy sensual puff, puff for a mere 20 coins. And that's up to you. Alack, 'tis a grave shame indeed. Should the urge ever come upon thee, thou needest only to say the word. You'll find the puff, puff in many games. Okay, well, since I stepped in it, let's go over here and talk to this guy. Brave Dr. Incompetent, bearer of the blood of Erdrick, hero of legend, know that thy weapon will not serve to vanquish the Dragon Lord. The sword of thine ancestor remaineth still in this land. Seek it out, and let it cleanse our realm of evil once more. So, not the best, but you need to talk to all of these people to get the information. We have 25 hit points out of a possible 29, so I don't need to stay at the inn. I'm fine. And he says, this is the village of Cole. So for future reference, we're in Cole. Now, a lot of this town is locked behind this door, which we need a magic key for. This says, prithee, stranger, tarry a while, and hear the news of the village. Yonder housewife goeth by the name here of Clare. Her husband did depart in search of magic keys, and hath yet to return. But what manner of man must he be to leave such a beauty to wallow in solitude and woe? Humph, men. Sigh, I must not bemoan my lot. My beloved husband possesseth great dreams. Far be it from me to hinder them. You could find this dude in Rimmeldar, by the way. Alright, and let's talk here. So the Sword of Legend is not to be found in this establishment either. Now that I do think upon it, 'twould be strange for such a treasure to be bought and sold as if it were a common commodity. Indeed it would. Now this is what you want to do. You want to check this dude and see what he's selling. So you see the Iron Axe, it takes our attack to 29, but the Copper Sword takes it to 24, and it's only 180. So my recommendation is we're going to save up, buy the Copper Sword. Then we're going to grind up and get the Iron Armor. At that point, we're going to be good enough to go through the cave to the south and go to Rimmeldar. Now, this all depends on your appetite for risk. For me personally, I like to be adequately prepared because things can escalate so quickly in this game. So I found that getting the Iron Armor put me at about 8th or 9th level experience-wise, and I was able to go through the cave with no problems. It gives you so much defense, and it's just a great thing to have. So that's what we're going to do. Then that's my recommendation for this phase of the game. What's this? Oh, not you, this guy. Knowest thou of Rimmeldar? I hear a merchant there doth ply a trade in keys, which is true. Alright, so now what we can do is just walk in a circle around this town. You could just walk like this through the forest, around this mountain range, and we're going to fight the monsters here to level up. Now, this skeleton is unfortunate. This is actually the hardest enemy that we're going to see over here for us. So we're going to sizz it. And we're going to sizz it again. So you could see that guy almost kills us. So he's really hard, but look at this. 25 experience and 42 gold. So immediately, use your remaining magic to heal yourself. And then just go back to town and rest in the inn. Get all your stuff back. You need your magic points because there's fights here that we can't take without Sizz. You have to, at least in my opinion, have Sizz ready to handle these enemies because you need to kill them before they kill you. Our armor is not strong enough. So we're just going to chill here. But quickly, we're going to get the Copper Sword, which is going to help us take down these foes without just using Sizz on them all the time. But you see how if you fight an enemy like that, even though he's dangerous, he just gives so many experience and money that we'll be flying up through the ranks. Then if we fight another skeleton, we're just going to level up, basically. Well, maybe not No, I think so. Okay, so here's a Scorpion. So a Scorpion is an example of why you have to have Sizz. If you attack this guy, his armor is too rough, we won't do enough damage. So you Sizz him, and you can basically one-shot this guy, and then it's 2 magic points to give you... Yeah, we do level up, I was right. 16 experience, 5th level. Ooh, strength by 4, yes! Agility by 2, resilience by 1, hit points 4, MP 4, that's great, and 25 gold. So it's like we're trading 2 MP for a fight that we one-shot that guy. It's so good. So we're going to go ahead and do it again. Now, you don't always one-shot it. We actually rolled a little lower there, right there. Remember, things are variable. Not the rewards. The gold and the experience are set, but the damage you do and the initiative and whether or not you hit. But we can one-shot ghosts now. So, you know, they're not great to see because they're the weakest, basically, that we can get. But not a threat. We just rip through it. I have the message speed to 1, by the way, so you're going to see the text fly by. You don't really need to see it as much anymore because you know that the rewards are fixed, and as long as it's dead, fine. All right, now Dracolite is annoying because it can sizz, so we're going to hit it. It doesn't always sizz. See how it attacks for 1? If it sizzes twice, you got unlucky, and you have to watch the enemies for that. Same thing with the Prestidigitator. If they sizz you twice, it's just a shame. I'm going to go ahead and heal myself. We'll go to max easily. But I was about at half health, and I don't want to get surprised. A skeleton can still kill us if we get unlucky. So we want to be at full health. Now, you can sizz the Dracolite if you want. I don't mind just doing 2 attacks. All right. I only have 3 MP left, so I'm going to sizz this guy. Get him down. And then now let's go just rest in the inn. If we get into a fight, we'll probably have to run away unless it's a ghost, but we made it. All right. I actually have enough to buy the copper sword and rest in the inn. How about that? We're going to buy a copper sword. Yeah. Yeah. And then we're going to sell our oaken club. Half price. And then we can sell also our plain clothes that we got. And we're on our way. So now we have a copper sword. And we have enough to stay in the inn. And we're earning our way toward the iron armor. 1,000 is no joke. Like, this is a lot of gold that we have to get. But if you just do this, walk around in a circle around the town, you'll get there. And honestly, this is what I did in so many RPGs of my youth. Just walk right around the town. You can even walk the tight circle if you want to do this and be, like, super safe. I just find it harder to control, so I don't mind going out. There we go. Take that. He didn't sizz us at all, which is so great. And we're going to level up a whole bunch, which is tremendous. Now, I was able to kill that guy in one shot right there. That is risky, but I wanted to just demonstrate. Even with the copper sword, we can one-shot Prestidigitators, and a lot of these enemies we can do that with. Not still this guy. You still want to sizz this guy. You're going to want to sizz Scorpion and Skeleton still. But once we level up again, we'll even have a better chance to one-shot Prestidigitators. And also, see how we did 10 right there? That was like right under. Also, Dracolites, potentially. Now, I'm going to actually use heal. I'm at 19, which is okay, but remember there's skeletons about, and you need to be able to take 2 hits of skeletons. Once you get more agility, you'll be able to go before the skeleton. Yeah, but look at this. This guy suddenly attacks. I'm actually going to just sizz him now. And the reason I do that right there is because if I attacked him, he would sizz me again, and it's just too much damage. Oh, great. We leveled up. Level 6. Oof. Strength by 4. Yes. And we got hit points, magic points. Okay, no new spells. Didn't get resilience or agility, but strength plus 4 is tremendous. Just going to sizz this guy still, every time. And let's see. I still have 5 MP, that's fine. I'm just going to walk around the bottom of the town, though, so I can quickly go back. I'll attack. Oof, almost one-shot him. Okay. So, the 4 strength didn't get us quite enough to kill the Dracolite there in one shot. But we're definitely getting closer to that point. There we go. 12 doesn't do it, but if we roll a 14, we get there. Prestidigitator, we should be able to one-shot every time now. And once we level up again, then Dracolites are in bad shape. Now you gotta watch out for that, though. Sometimes you don't hit. And it's sad. Okay, I'm gonna sizz. Great. I'm gonna go back to town and rest. I only have 3 MP, and I'm about half health. Skeletons are still something to be wary of. We're at 235 gold already. Remember, death isn't the end of the world, but I don't want to lose half my money when I'm trying to save up. There's nothing more soul-crushing for me in this game than if you've been saving up for a long time and you're almost there, and then you die and you lose all the money. It's just so bad. So I like to take this nice and easy. Okay. Got him. One shot. Look how many magic points we have right now, by the way. 17 at this point. That's a lot of sizz. Okay, good. I like to get the harder guys because it just means more experience. Now, eventually, you'll get to a point where you can attack faster than the skeleton, and you don't have to... You can maybe use 1 sizz and 1 attack, but for now... He uses a lot of our resources, but the amount of experience is so good. Ghosty. All right. Ooh, we just did the bottom end, but we still killed him. So you see how this is just a very, very safe way to level up. So much of Dragon Warrior is like if you get over your skis and you try to get greedy and go to a new area or go deeper in a dungeon, it'll just ratchet up in difficulty. And you will die so fast if you don't, like... If you're not able to take 2 hits from a skeleton right here, it's just game over. You'll try to run, and you won't be able to. Brutal. Alright, that time we weren't able to get him in one shot, but luckily he didn't sizz, so we're good. I like to stay out as long as I can with my magic points. And 1 damage from his attack is like absolutely not a problem. We're already at 381 gold. You know, we're like 38% of the way there. And we're going to level up very soon, I feel like. Ooh, the ghost even attacked. What a tricky guy. But for 1 damage. That's the thing. Once you get enough resilience and armor, if people are hitting you for 1, you're just like, okay. You still have to be careful of sizz. I don't exactly know how they calculate that. It doesn't entirely evade your resilience, it doesn't look like, but it is definitely not mitigated in the same way that a physical attack is. And when you're in this area long enough, you will get it that, like, we've seen every enemy that we can fight. It is Ghost, Dracolite, Prestidigitator, Scorpion, and Skeleton. You know, there's a lot to recommend just one-shotting Dracolites and Prestidigitators. It uses nothing. Even the Scorpion is like not that much. It does take 2 MP, but that's not a concern. I am down to 6 though, so we're gonna have to think about bailing at some point. Yeah, that's a shame. He got us. But we leveled up. How about that? All right. Oh my goodness. Strength by 5. Yes. Agility by 7. Now we can potentially go faster than a skeleton. Resilience by 3 is so good. Maximum hit points 1 is not good. And that's neither good either. And we got the snooze spell. I gotta be honest with you. I don't use snooze hardly ever. But it is a thing. Like, if you need to run away and, you know, you're not able to, you can try to maybe snooze and run away. I'm not huge on it. I'm going to rest. We're at 515. So we're half the way to the iron armor, and we're level 7. And this is what I said. We're just going to grind up to get enough money to buy the iron armor. And by the time we do that, we'll be level 8 or 9 and able to just dominate the cave. Like, walk through and not be worried about it. So, everyone, this is a good place to stop this second episode. We've reached the next area where we need to kind of start gearing up, leveling up, getting new spells, new abilities, handling much tougher enemies, finding a new town, getting a seed of strength, and rocking and rolling. I hope you're still finding this guide to be useful and fun. This is Dragon Quest. It's knowing when to grind, kind of where to go, and you figure that out by talking to people in the town, and just figuring out, like, okay, if this area is too difficult, I need to go someplace else, or I need to grind up, and then having the work ethic to not try to race ahead too much, because the game will punish you as soon as you cross that bridge and find the harder enemies on the other side that you're not ready for. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for going down memory lane. If this is a replay for you, and if this is your first time, I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. Thank you so much. Take care.